The first one's from Connie. Which is more important to you, science or religion?
Well, I think that's a really good question. In terms of the time I spend, I guess I spend a lot of my time on science, and I'm a great believer in science, so I probably work, 60-hour week, as many scientists do. But in terms of what really matters to me, then it is my religion. And, if I had to choose one or the other, which hopefully I wouldn't, then I would choose religion, because deep down that's what's really important, I think, and religion is really influences the way you live. So religion to me is actually more important than my science, even though my science is really important.
You're a scientist and you work with amazing materials, so why do you have to pray?
Well, I think that's a really good question as well. So I think if you think about God as a sort of personal God, then it's a bit like interacting with a very special person. And so if you're interacting with a person, you want to talk to them, or else that's the main way you interact with a person. And not only that, I think before I talked about miracles of timing, but let's just think about how this might be achieved. So when the Israelites were approaching the Jordan, there was this earthquake-induced mudslide. There was a marvellous bit of timing there, and I think, this may not be right, that God was interacting with Joshua who was leading them, and God was saying, slow up a bit, or speed up a bit, because somehow the timing was going to be achieved. And I think with miracles of timing, humans are often involved. We're the sort of agents in that, and it's only that you can be involved if you actually pray to God. And so these contacts, you're keeping good contact between God and yourself. So I think that's really important. And I think when you also pray to God about other people, then maybe you get prompted by God as to how you should react, the sort of things you should say. So if you think of the relationship with God as being a personal relationship, then prayer is sort of talking with God and also listening. I think listening is part of prayer. And so it's a two-way sort of process. And science is dealing with objects and dealing with things, but prayer is a personal interaction, so it is very different.